Coming onto our mat, let's sit back on the heels, clasping the hands, opening the heart, lifting the gaze, and then releasing, inhaling the arms up overhead, taking the hands right through heart center and walking out to tabletop, spreading the knees nice and wide and sending the hips to the heels. Maybe just taking the head from side to side. And then coming into spider fingers, coming up on those fingertips and giving the shoulders a little release before walking back up through tabletop. Inhale, the right arm opens you up. Exhale to close. Inhale, open. Exhale to close. One more big breath. And then exhale, thread the needle coming down on that right shoulder and just letting the head and neck release. This is a great pose to do at the end of the day. Slowly coming back through center and moving through the opposite side. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Just moving with your own breath here, finding whatever pace feels good for you. And then threading the needle coming down on that left shoulder and releasing the head into the mat. So this pose is letting go of tension in the shoulders as well as the hips. And then lifting the hips nice and high, finding our first down dog, pedaling the feet, and then finding stillness here. Rolling the shoulders open, making space for the neck. And then slowly we're going to begin to walk the hands to meet the feet. Folding over, grabbing opposite elbows, and bringing a little extra weight to the upper body. So really lengthening out that spine at the end of our day. So just go ahead and let those arms release to wherever they fall. And then maybe grabbing big toes. If this is not in your practice, that's more than okay. And then slowly begin to tuck the tail, rolling up one vertebrae at a time, and walking the feet together. Inhale, arms up overhead, taking a little baby back bend. Exhale, swan dive over. Inhale lifts you halfway, and then just begin to slowly walk back out, finding that down dog one more time. Coming into pigeon pose, we're going to step the left leg all the way through to meet the hands. So keeping the hips nice and level here before making our way down onto the mat. So find this pose, find what feels good to you. Maybe staying all the way up, maybe coming onto elbows, or maybe your hands walk all the way out and your forehead finds the mat. This is a great place to use a block as well. Slowly walk back in. And stepping back to downward dog, maybe pedal the feet and feel the length in that leg and the space you just created in the body. Opposite leg steps. Sending that right foot through and settling into the hips. So trying to make sure those hips stay nice and level here before we find the pose, before we melt down. Sending that breath wherever it needs to go, maybe to the belly, maybe to the hips, wherever you need a little more letting go today. Slowly walking back in. And then taking both legs out in front of you. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward. Lengthen the spine as much as you can before folding over. Breathing deeply into the belly here. This pose is great for aiding in digestion before bed. And take the right sole of the right foot to the left inner thigh. Inhale, the arms overhead, and then twist right over that left leg before folding in. Gently tugging back on that left hip. And then taking that left leg right over the opposite knee, coming into a gentle spinal twist. So maybe just grabbing onto the left knee and twisting, or maybe the elbow hooks. And just coming into a counter twist on the opposite side. Before sending that right leg out straight, left sole of the foot finds the inner thigh. Inhale the arms up and twist over before you fold. Breathing into that belly, gently tugging back on the right hip. And then stepping the right foot over that left thigh before finding our twist on the opposite side. So maybe the elbow hooks, or maybe you just hug onto that right knee and breathe. Relax those shoulders down. Coming back through center. And taking the soles of the feet together. Just letting the knees open up. Just going to begin to press that heart forward. Coming into a couple little circles here. So we're really working in the hips right now. Just finding a little openness. And moving in the opposite direction. And coming back through center. Sitting up nice and tall, finding length in the spine, and then folding over. So try not to press down through the knees here, just let go as much as you can. If you begin to press, you're actually going to tense the knees, tense the hips. So coming into eagle arms, taking the right arm underneath the left arm, clasping hands. And then maybe folding over if this feels good for you. For a lot of people with tight shoulders, eagle arms can already feel like a lot. And the opposite side, left arm comes underneath. And taking the hands to clasp, send the shoulders down the back. And maybe folding over, or maybe just staying where you are. So go ahead and let that go. Taking the legs out nice and wide, coming into a forward fold here. Just slowly begin to walk the hands forward. Again, finding what feels good for you, for your body. Maybe just taking those legs out feels like enough. If you want a little more, you can go ahead and fold over, maybe stacking the hands on top, one on top of the other, and letting the forehead just release down. And letting those hips find some space. Slowly walking the hands back in towards the body. And just finding a comfortable seat. Taking the first finger to the thumb. And letting the shoulders release down the back. Just finding a few gentle breaths here as we close our practice. Staying on the mat as long as you're able, as long as feels good for you. Namaste.